The World Championship wasn't delayed. It wasn't postponed. It was quietly moved. And the reason has almost nothing to do with sports. Behind the scenes, security assessments reportedly reached a conclusion so serious that organizers stopped talking publicly and started planning an exit. Not because of crowds, not because of infrastructure, but because the event itself had allegedly become leverage in a much larger conflict. And what makes this story unusual isn't just what happened, it's how quietly it happened and who was said to be watching. At the moment, Mexico was awarded hosting rights. The plan looked solid on paper. Cities like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey were presented as symbols of modern venues, logistics, and football culture. But according to multiple senior security sources, internal risk evaluations began changing fast. By early briefings, those same locations were reportedly reclassified as high-risk operational zones, not due to spontaneous unrest, but because criminal networks were allegedly signaling an intention to interfere with the tournament itself. That shift matters, because historically, large sporting events face indirect risks. This time, sources claim the event was being treated as a pressure point. Security consultants reportedly warned organizers that threats were not vague or symbolic. They were described as coordinated, timed, and designed for global visibility. According to publicly available accounts, intercepted communications suggested that matches could be disrupted in ways meant to send a message far beyond the stadiums. And here's where the story takes a different turn. Rather than responding publicly, organizers allegedly did the opposite. No press conferences, no emergency announcements, just quiet contingency planning, and eventually, relocation talks. Several national teams, according to diplomatic reporting, requested clarification on travel protocols. Some reportedly delayed confirmations altogether. At the same time, sponsors began asking a simple question. What happens if even a minor incident is broadcast live worldwide? That question doesn't have a good answer. Another layer of concern emerged when unverified internal memos suggested that security coordination could not be guaranteed consistently across all venues. These claims have not been independently confirmed, but they added to what one advisor described as cumulative risk stacking. Not one dramatic threat, but many overlapping uncertainties. Mexico's government has publicly rejected the idea that control was lost, calling reports exaggerated and externally driven. And officially, no relocation announcement has been made. But according to multiple independent sources, legal teams are already preparing for the consequences of moving one of the largest tournaments in the world, quietly but decisively. And that silence may be the most telling detail of all.